Who's the best heavyweight boxer of all time? Now, this is a question that's never going to be answered properly. I mean, everyone has their own ideas of how you measure who the best champion is. Some people might say Rocky Marciano is the best champion of all time because he was undefeated. Some people might say Joe Louis because he was the longest reigning heavyweight champion of all time. Everyone has their own idea of who and why someone should be recognised as the best champion of all time. So all I've done is I've made a objective way of trying to assess who's the best champion of all time. And I'm sorry if I've left your favourite heavyweight boxer out of this. I've included what a lot of people would expect would be their best heavyweight boxer of all time. So the boxers I've included in this objective assessment of who's the best heavyweight of all time is Muhammad Ali, Wladimir Klitschko, George Foreman, Mike Tyson, Lennox Lewis, Joe Louis, Joe Frazier, Vitali Klitschko, Teofilo Stevenson. The reason why I'm including Teofilo Stevenson is, yes, he was never a professional heavyweight, but the only reason he was never a professional heavyweight was because Cuba wouldn't allow him to be. They only let people go as far as amateur, being an amateur champion, and since he had such a great amateur career, he won 9 gold medals, would have been 10 if he was allowed to compete in the 1984 Olympics. I think he should be in there, so I've included him. He's a boxer from the 1970s, by the way. I've included him in the top 10, and I've found a way to be able to include him. So the way I'm going to assess who's the best champion of all time is I'm going to look at their amateur record, their amateur win-loss ratio. So obviously the more wins they have and the less losses, the higher up the scale they will be. I've assessed them by how many gold medals they've won. Now this can be Pan American Games, World Olympic Games, World Championship, or a European Championship. Anything that includes a very vast amount of people in the championship. As long as it's gold medal in any of them, that'll be included as a gold medal and they'll be higher up the scale. Then I've went on to professional record, their professional win-loss ratio, and also their win-loss ratio in heavyweight fights, any heavyweight championship fights they have been in. So what I've done is, if you've beat anyone in any one of these 4 categories, you'll get given 10 points, and then second, number 9, number 8, and all the way down. And if you draw with someone, you'll get the same points as whoever else you're drawn with. So if there are 2 people, say, that are first for having most heavyweight championship fights, you'll both be given 10 points, just for example. So the first thing I'm assessing them on is the amount of gold medals they've won. So Joe Louis has won 3 Olympic gold medals. No, sorry. Joe Louis has won no Olympic gold medals. Wladimir Klitschko has won 3 gold medals. Ali has won 1 gold medal. Joe Frazier has won 1 gold medal. Foreman has won 1 gold medal. Teofilo Stevenson has won 9 gold medals. Mike Tyson has won 2 gold medals. Lennox Lewis has won 2 gold medals. Alexander Povetkin has won 4 gold medals. Vitali Klitschko has won 1 gold medal during his career. Now, Stevenson is obviously number 1, so he's got 10 points. Alexander Povetkin is second with 9, so he gets 9 points. Wladimir Klitschko is third, so he gets 8 points. Tyson's is 4th. Lewis is 5th. Then Vitali Klitschko. Then Foreman. Then Frazier. Then Ali. Ali, Foreman, and Frazier are all tied, by the way, with 6 points. Joe Louis is last with 5 points. So the second thing to look at, what I'm looking at, is their amateur win-loss ratio. So the amateur win-loss ratio for Wladimir Klitschko is 22 wins, 1 loss. Muhammad Ali, 19 wins, 1 loss. Povetkin's 18 wins, 1 loss. Then it's Stevenson, 14 wins, 1 loss. Then 5th is Vitali Klitschko, 13 wins, 1 loss, who's also tied with Joe Frazier and Joe Lewis, who both as well have 13 wins and 1 loss. Then it's Lennox Lewis, 9 wins, 1 loss. Mike Tyson, 8 wins, 1 loss. And George Foreman is last, 6 wins, 1 loss. So Wladimir Klitschko won that with Ali close second. Then it goes into a professional career win-loss ratio. Now obviously this is kind of unfair in a way because Wladimir Klitschko and Alexander Povetkin, who I'm including in this, are both still active heavyweights. So what I have done is, whatever place they have came in the win-loss ratio for professional careers, I've dropped them 1 place to try and make it a bit more fair, because since they're both quite late on in their careers, it's more likely they'll lose fights than they'll win fights, because Wladimir is going to be 40 before he has his next fight, and Alexander Povetkin is 36 I think now, so he's getting on a bit too. I mean, he's maybe still got some good fights in him, but he's getting on a bit too. It is obviously possible that none of them lose any fights from now on, but I've dropped 1 place anyway. So Wladimir Klitschko is 16 wins, 1 loss. Muhammad Ali is 11 wins, 1 loss. Povetkin's 30 wins, 1 loss. Foreman's 15 wins, 1 loss. Joe Lewis is 22 wins, 1 loss. Joe Frazier is 8 wins, 1 loss. Mike Tyson is 8 wins, 1 loss. Lennox Lewis is 21 wins, 1 loss. Stevenson obviously never competed as a professional, and Vitali Klitschko is 23 wins, 1 loss. So who came first in this is Vitali Klitschko, then Alexander Povetkin, because I've dropped him 1 place, then it's Joe Lewis, then Lennox Lewis, then George Foreman, then Wladimir Klitschko, because I've dropped him a place again, and Muhammad Ali, then Joe Frazier, then Tyson, and I've obviously put Stevenson last because he never fought as a professional. Then the next thing I thought we should look at is their win-loss ratio in professional fights, because that's them fighting at the very top level. Now, who is number 1 is obviously Joe Lewis, 13 wins, 1 loss. Then Vitali Klitschko, 8 wins, 1 loss. Then Lennox Lewis as well, 8 wins, 1 loss, so he's tied with Vitali Klitschko. Then Wladimir Klitschko, like I've said, I've dropped him 2 places actually this time. He's 9 wins, 1 loss, so he's joint third. I mean, he's third. Then it's Muhammad Ali, 7 wins, 1 loss. Then Frazier, 3 wins, 1 loss. Povetkin, 5 wins, 1 loss. Then Tyson and Foreman are tied with 2 wins to a loss. Actually, give me a second. No, sorry, that was wrong. Tyson's in front of Foreman with 3 wins to every single loss in a championship fight. Then it's Foreman with 2 wins to 1 loss. And then Stevenson's last again because he's never fought in a championship or professional fight before, so he's last. Then what I've done after that is I've added up everyone's score through all 4 of them divisions. As a gold medals won, amateur win-loss ratio, professional win-loss ratio, and championship fights win-loss ratio. Now obviously Stevenson's last in the professional and in the championship fights because he never actually had any, unlike everyone else in this. So I've tried to make this as fair as I possibly can, and I'll just go over the results. Wladimir Klitschko has got 31 out of 40, Muhammad Ali's got 26 out of 40, Teofilo Stevenson has got 22 out of 40, Joe Lewis is 29 out of 40, Vitali Klitschko gets 31 out of 40, Mike Tyson gets 18 out of 40, Lennox Lewis gets 28 out of 40, Alexander Povetkin gets 31 out of 40, George Foreman gets 18 points out of 40, and Joe Frazier gets 21 points out of 40. So it's a joint first. It's a joint first between Alexander Povetkin, Vitali Klitschko and Wladimir Klitschko for the number 1 spot, who all have 31 wins, 31 points out of 40. Second is Joe Lewis, who comes in with 29 points out of 40. Then Lennox Lewis is third with 28 points out of 40. Muhammad Ali is fourth with 26 points out of 40. Teofilo Stevenson is 5th place with 22 points out of 40. Joe Frazier is 6th place with 21 points out of 40. Then it's a tie at the end between Mike Tyson and George Foreman for 7th place with 18 points out of 40. So this is just an objective view on how you could assess who's the best champion. Obviously, a lot of people are going to disagree with how I've done that. If you've got any ideas of an objective way how to assess who's the best champion, leave it in the comments section and see if I can maybe do this maybe a different way. But that's what the score is between doing that objective way, who's the champion, and that's using 4 different categories and giving everyone a point depending on how they perform in each one of their categories. So I thought that was quite a fair and quite an interesting way of doing it.